I need water.
That's what I need, baby. I need some water.
Alright guys, welcome back to Days of Darkness, and this is what I want to see in Halloween Ends. Now, coming off of a big review series like the Alien and Predator series that we just now completed, I usually like to take a step back and I like to have a few discussion videos, maybe do a out of nowhere review here or there for something, I don't want to say random, but you know. And I figured, hey man, we are fastly approaching one of the most anticipated horror movies of the year. And this recent trilogy, what is soon to become a trilogy, has had a lot of Halloween fans and a lot of horror fans in general talking a lot. And I always think it's interesting to sit down and really digest how I feel about these movies and to kind of take in how other people feel. And for the most part, it's very much so a mixed bag. For me, I fucking loved Halloween 2018. I feel like that was served as a huge course correction as far as the series is concerned. The series was a fucking mess, and when that one came out, it didn't come out of nowhere for me. I knew it was coming out, but obviously I knew it was coming out. But then when I finally got it, and I had a good feeling it was going to be quality, but then I saw it and I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking rad. You had your people who didn't like it, and, you'll have that for any movie. No movie is going to be universally loved, but a lot of people really fucking liked that movie. Then you get the Halloween Kills, and I'd say it was much more of a mixed bag. I think a lot of people were taken aback by some of the decisions made in that movie, myself included. There was definitely stuff that I could have done without. Excuse me. Mostly, the dialogue was a huge issue, and there was some problems with the movie. But if you were to ask me straight up, Alex, did you enjoy Halloween Kills? I would say no. I fucking loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed Halloween Kills. You can take in a movie for its flaws and still have a really fucking good time with it. And that's what Halloween Kills was for me, man. I thought they did way more right than they could have done wrong. And, I fucking really enjoy both of these movies. Excuse me. I ate a fucking granola bar, and there's something, lodged right here. It's annoying the shit out of me. Moving on. But no, dude, and now we are very fastly approaching the end, no pun intended. And I'm psyched, dude. A lot of people are nervous, and there's some shit to be nervous about when it comes to this movie. I'm right there with you, dude. I'm like... I have good faith in David Gordon Green and Danny McBride. I feel like they'll stick the landing here. That being said, it's not like we haven't been shocked by movies before. It's not like movies have sorely let us down. But if you're asking me if I think that they're going to fuck it up, no. No, I don't. I really don't think that. I think that they're going to knock it out of the park like they did the last two. At least for me. Some people think these movies fucking suck, and if that's how you feel, then don't watch it. For me, I'm excited to see what they do at the end of this trilogy. I know after this, they're done, and we will get into the future of this series as well in this video, but... overall, man, I'm excited, a little nervous, naturally, but I'm really looking forward to it, and I wanted to really quick just talk about some stuff that I want to see, this movie deliver on, some things I want this movie to avoid, as well, and yeah, man, we'll get all into it right here. The first thing I wanted to talk about, one of the things that Halloween Kills kind of set to the side with the Michael Myers character is the stalker element of that character. I feel like he went on a complete fucking rampage, which I'm okay with. Given the ending of Halloween 2018, it's justifiable for him to want to just go on an all. I mean, I know that's kind of his thing. He just does that anyways. But in Halloween Kills, he seemed angry, like actually angry. Usually, Michael Myers is a very cold, calculated individual. But then when Halloween Kills rolls around, he's like, all right, we're playing like that. You're going to burn my fucking William Shatner mask? Fine, motherfucker. And he went on a goddamn rampage in that movie. And I want to see them dial that back a little bit with the Myers character in Ends. I really want to see more of that stalker element of Michael come back. That being said, do I want the blood? Do I want the guts that have been delivered in both Halloween Ends or Halloween Kills and Halloween? Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see him stomp some more heads. We got a little teaser trailer where we had some possible action with a garbage disposal, like in a sink. Would love to see something happen with that. You know, there's some good stuff they can do as far as the blood and the guts, and I absolutely want that. But I still want that original, like, hey, maybe have him driving around again. Like, that's something we haven't really seen from the Myers character yet. In these movies, maybe have him steal a car, have him drive around a little bit, stalk people again. I would love to get some throwback shots of him outside of a window and have a very contrasting reaction from Laurie in the 78 film, where now someone recognizes who this is and they freak the fuck out. I would really like to see them kind of go back to that. Another thing that I think this movie could benefit from is introducing more characters for the fans, you know. In Halloween 2018, we heard Alice's dad, or Allison, I should say, Allison's dad mention Lonnie Elam. And then in Halloween Kills, we get Lonnie Elam, which was fucking really cool. I love that this character, who is just a bully kid in the original Halloween, becomes this full fleshed out character, and he's a dad, and that was really cool. Getting to see Tommy Doyle was fun. Nurse Chambers, Lindsay Wallace. You know, for me, like, I understand some people don't like a whole lot of fan service, but for me, I thought it's really well done in Kills, and that we get all these legacy characters, and the fact that a lot of them get killed off by Myers by the end of the movie. But I just think they handle fan service very well, and I would love to see that happen in Halloween Ends. Now, as far as if I had to pick one, I mean, you gotta fucking get Ben Tramer in there somehow. I don't know if maybe he's an estranged lover of Laurie. You know, maybe she ends up... Because this is a 4-year time jump, by the way. So we are no longer in 2018 within the movies. We are now in 2022. So maybe she ends up marrying Ben Tramer. You know, I don't know. But I want to see them insert the Ben Tramer character somehow into this movie, and maybe this time not have him get run over by a fucking car. That being said, I mentioned Myers driving. If we do get Ben Tramer and he does get killed by a car, I think that would be fucking phenomenal. I just think that would be fucking beautiful, and if that happens, I might cry. But yeah, man, as far as other characters, I can't really put my finger on any one. You know, maybe have the doctor that Loomis was talking to in the original Halloween for like 2 seconds, and then in Curse of Michael Myers, he ends up being like the Thorn cult leader, which is fucking stupid. But anyways, maybe bring him in somehow, or you could do anything, and that I would kind of want to keep that more to like a cameo type thing. But you know what I mean. I would really enjoy seeing some more legacy characters inserted into Halloween Ends. Don't overdo it. This really should be the ending to the Laurie and Michael story, and obviously have Allison play a big role in that as well. But I would love to see some more old people get killed off by Michael Myers. So yeah, dude. And as far as talking about the Laurie Strode and Michael Myers deal, I mentioned people having problems with Halloween Kills, and I think one problem for a lot of people, this is not what I did not really mind it, but Halloween Kills left a lot hanging, with, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Halloween Kills yet, what the fuck, but but at the end with Karen getting killed, and it just ends right off that. And you're like, holy fuck. And people bitched about that a lot. I don't understand why. It's the middle part of a trilogy. You had to have known they were gonna leave shit hanging in order for you to want to watch the third movie. That being said, Kills lived up to the title. Michael Myers went on a fucking rampage and he killed a lot of people. And while yes, I do want him to kill a lot of people in this movie as well. It's called Halloween Ends. So I didn't mind the cliffhanger at fucking all. With this one, I need a fucking definitive ending. And that can get a little hairy. And I say that because, it has been pretty much confirmed by multiple people. I try not to read, as a wrestling fan would call it, the dirt sheets, the rumors, definitely not spoilers. I try to stay away from all that shit. But, obviously you're going to get stuff leaked out, and it's pretty much been confirmed that, they're going to make more Halloween movies. And I mean, this movie's gonna make a shit ton of fucking money. It just will. If you put Michael Myers in a movie at this point, he's a fucking horror icon. It's gonna make money. At least for the most part. We saw how, the back half of the Horn trilogy, Thorn trilogy turned out. We saw how Resurrection turned out and all that. But for the most part, if you put Michael on the movie, it's gonna make money. So I can't imagine this being the end and that's fucking it. If you were to ask me, well, wouldn't I want it to be it? Yeah, I would. I would love for this to be the last time we ever see Michael Myers on the big screen ever again, and that's it. Do your little Smith's Grove psychological horror prequel or whatever, but I'll just say it straight out. As far as what I want to see in Halloween Ends, as the great Dr. Loomis once said, it needs to die. I think in this movie, Michael Myers needs to fucking die. Pull an H2O. I do not like that movie, but one thing I do admire it for is that movie fucking kills Michael Myers. Straight up chops his fucking head off. Dead. And then they fucked it all up. But yeah, man, I blow them up, chop them into little pieces, do whatever you gotta do. But for all that these characters have been through with, their friends and their family members and just so many people fucking dying at the hands of this maniac, you need to just fucking kill him off. And that leads me to, well, I'll talk about that in a second, but I think that there's a way that they could kill Michael Myers off, but still continue with the Halloween franchise. Bear with me. But yeah, man, and as far as characters ending, this is the last time we're going to see Laurie Strode. I can't imagine by this point them ever recasting her. I think that would be. I think they know that that would be fucking just ridiculous at this point. But the great Jamie Lee Curtis, I mean, she said it. You know, this is the last time she's ever playing Laurie Strode. This is it. This is it. And I think a lot of people have just automatically assumed that means she's gonna die in this movie. I'm fine if she dies. You know, I don't think that's a cardinal sin. You know, I think the original thing I had kind of envisioned was at the very end of this whole thing, it's her and Myers dying together in some big fucking explosion, or they just something, you know. But I originally thought those two characters were going to die, and a good part of me still does. But with the whole news of this, you know, they're going to make new Halloween movies after this, that gets a little muddy. And, you know, some people just think, hey, maybe this trilogy has a fucking horrible ending and Michael just ends up killing Laurie and leaving Allison. And then that's how you carry on the series, is that Halloween Ends is the end of Laurie Strode. Then Allison becomes our main heroine, and then she goes to hunt down Michael. I don't think that's a smart decision. I think that this needs to be it. This needs to be over. It needs to be done with. Have Laurie fucking kill him. Have Michael kill Laurie, and then Allison kills Michael or something. Michael Myers needs to fucking die. Now, they're gonna make new movies. Here's my proposition. Do I think they're gonna do this? No, because it's fucking Hollywood. But, and this might even frazzle some of my viewers' hairs a little bit. I can think of some in particular, it really will. You know, to say that the Halloween timeline is a mess would be a huge understatement. You know, we have the original, we have part 2, we have 3, which has nothing to do with anything, we have the Thorn trilogy, then they scrapped the Thorn trilogy, then they brought in the fucking H2O timeline, they scrapped that, brought in the Rob Zombie movie, scrapped that, and now we have this. So yeah, it's a fucking mess. And people are so, average moviegoers are so fucking confused by this point. And they have to go and Google shit. I say, why not embrace that? Why not embrace the idea of being able to mess around with the timeline? And why not establish a new timeline in this series? Now, I know people, oh my god, it's, you know, they've already done it so many times, I can't do that, yada, yada, yada. If we've dealt with it before, we can deal with it again. I think that this movie needs to be the end of this fucking timeline. It needs to be over and done with. Kill off Michael, kill Laurie if you have to, be done with it. And if you really want to do new movies, branch off into another timeline. Do a fucking, I don't know, do a sequel to Season of the Witch. That would be fucking crazy. I would love to see an aftermath of that. Of that fucking cliffhanger ending we got with Season of the Witch. I think you could do a boatload of this stuff with that. But if you were to give me the option, and if some studio were to be like, you know, hey, we love your idea, what do you want to do? If they were to ask me that question, I say let's get the Halloween movie that a lot of people wanted, and one that they set up for in Halloween 4, and we didn't get it. I would love to see, bring back Danielle Harris, have her play Jamie Lloyd, an adult version of Jamie Lloyd, and have her be a Michael Myers-esque character. That's what they set up for in Halloween 4 at the end, where she kills her foster mother straight up. She fucking kills her with a pair of scissors. And yeah, man, you know, I think that could be a really interesting thing to do. I think you are greatly not alienating average moviegoers, because they're going to be like, well, what the fuck is this? Michael Myers isn't in this. You know, we saw it with Season of the Witch way back when. I would fucking love to see that. You know, I don't want them to continue this storyline. The storyline, like Michael, needs to die. It needs to be over. It needs to be done with. And yeah, man, I'm not gonna ramble too much longer, but that's basically all the shit that I want to see. You know, there's some other stuff too. I would love to see maybe some more flashbacks, maybe a Smith's Grove flashback where we see Michael potentially without a mask and we get some really bad deep fake action going on. You know? But yeah, dude, I would really like to see some more flashback stuff, and I could go on all day, but I really think I nailed the big ones. And let me know, man, what do you guys want to see from this movie? Do you want this series, or do you want this timeline to be finished here? Do you want to see it continue? I would love to get a conversation going about that. And yeah, dude, really, really fucking excited for this movie. And yeah, man. Without further ado, thank you guys so much for all of the support, as always. Stopping by, watching me fucking rant and rave about fucking horror movies. Dream come true. You guys fucking rock. And yeah, man, without further ado, again, take care of each other and keep watching horror, and happy fucking Halloween. All right, guys. Have a good one.